Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reporting live to you and yours. Today we take a different route. With the transfer window going on, everything is loud and buzzing, but we still haven't got any signing from Arsenal. This is just making our heads spin. We get to fight, we get to chase rumors day in, day out, and I just thought, as fans, we dwell in, and you guys let me know in the comments. Make sure you smash a like as well, and think what you think. We're going to do the keep and bench or sell players for the Arsenal squad, the one we have currently. I know some have already left, like Tierney already left, but we're going to dwell on the people we have, the crowd that we have, since we haven't signed anything of late. It's been stressing. Every player, every club in the Premier League, mostly the top 6 clubs, have made big moves already. Only Arsenal is pending. We don't know what's lacking. We don't know if it's a plan. We don't know if they're waiting for the right moment to strike. But as for Arsenal fans, we've been here before. We have the trauma, and we know how we perform in the transfer windows. We don't want to pull up again this season, putting up late-minute beats like what we did with Aston Villa on their striker, trying to do PR stunts. We don't want that. We don't want people to move early in the market, but it remains to be seen. People almost 3 weeks away from the preseason, so our heads cannot be spinning. We can just sit back and be patient. Anyway, I'm just going to be dwelling through the team, and you let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong about this player. To begin with, David Raya. He has been a very, very immense player the whole season. He's been one of our best players, in all honesty. He has won a Golden Glove. He's won a Golden Glove last year, and then this season as well. So for me, he had appearances. He has 132 appearances with 49 clean sheets. So if you ask me, we are keeping David Raya. There's no question about that. Neto was on the loan, so obviously he's going out. William Saliba. This is the Rolls Royce, people. It's a keep. I don't even want to go into the details of anything. It's a keep. He's solid as a rock. He's a brick. Even Real Madrid are lurking around him. So for William Saliba, it's a keep. There is seriously no doubt about that. And then we move to the next defender. Of course, Tierney. I would have kept him if you ask me, but looks like Arteta already kicked him out. He's going back to his boyhood club, Celtics. He already left, but he was a good player. The only thing maybe is because he had so many injuries. This is why Arteta was skeptical about him, but he could have been there because he is an old school left back. He would have attributed something into the game. When we need stability in the back, he is the right guy to look up to, not guys like Zinchenko, but he was solid. And then we move on to Ben White. Ben White this season was injured most of the time, but last season he played very well. I think he had like 6 goals he had 4 goals in 37 appearances in the 2023 to 2024 Premier League run. So for Ben White, it's a keep, people. And then we go to Gabriel Magalhaes. This is the general, the veteran. I'm not even going to go into detail. I don't even want to hear it. It's a keep for Gabriel Magalhaes. He is solid as a rock. One of our future captains as well. And then they move on to Uran Timber. Uran Timber suffered an ACL, if you remember, and then he came and he played through the whole season. He was one of our best players, other than the PSG game, but he was the best player overall. I cannot complain about Uran Timber. His defending hat-tricks, he works his socks off. This season he had like 1 goal and he made 30 appearances, but he is very immense. It's a keep, it's a big keep. Jacob Kivior, he played a major part, when Gabriel Magalhaes was injured. He came in. I had my doubts about him, but he came in, he stepped up, and he handled business, people. He handled business for this guy, and I don't have any doubts with him. I think we can bench him. He will be good for playing in the bench. It all depends if Arteta is going to do the squad rotation, because this is the other thing with Arteta. He relies on certain players, and he does not like doing a lot of squad rotations, Even in a Cullen camp, you still see Bukayo Saka playing. In in a Carling Cup where we are winning 3-0. So these are the small things that next season won't be necessary. You know, we'll need to do a lot of squad rotation. He had like 17 appearances. He came off as a sub 7 times, and then he had 1 goal. Jacob Kiwi was immense, and it's a bench for him. We need this guy, you know. And Zinchenko, it's a sell, people. I don't have enough of Zinchenko. It's a sell, you know. He's a good player. He can invert in the midfield, but most of all, he's a defender. You know, he's a defender, and I feel like his basics for defending are atrocious. He's sketchy. If you remember the Liverpool game when we almost won in Anfield and he let Salah in ball watching. So for me, Zinchenko, he is out, people. We've had enough of this Man City rejects. We let him out. I don't care what people say. The next guy is Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu hasn't played for 2 seasons because he's been injured for 2 seasons, people. Why we need him, man? Someone tell me why we need Tomiyasu. We don't need him. He's out. We sell this guy. Ricardo Calafiori came in this season. He's been playing very well. He had like 2 goals, 19 appearances, 2 goals, and then later when he got injured, I don't know how he keeps getting injured, man. Seems like the only thing he's up to is just being a role model for every time we drop in a new mention, you see him there. That's a bench for Ricardo Calafiori. I think off the bench, he'll be okay. He'll be high. Nothing much to look forward to him. Nuno Tavares, I think they sold him already. I don't even want to bring up this name. I don't even know why we sold this guy, why we bought this guy in the first place. Waste of money from Arteta. Thomas Partey has been the main topic. If you've not known, the past 2-3 days, it looks like they haven't agreed. Thomas Partey is talking about, rumor is Thomas Partey is talking about he wants 2 years contract, and the club is willing to give him 1 year, and then he needs a salary increase. If you know, he's owning 200k, and he's been one of our best players last season. Of course, he's 32 years old. He's an uncle, about my age as well, but he has been immense in the last season. He has had a stellar performance, and with him up top, even he has been the main guy, you know. If we let him go, we cannot replace him. This is just my worry. So for Thomas Partey, it is a keep. Martin Odegaard. I feel like this season he just basically played through an injury. I don't think he was fully fit. He just played through an injury. He had 30 appearances and 3 goals, you know. We asked more for him because last season he had 8 goals. The previous season, 2022 to 2023, he had 15 goals. So we wanted more from the captain, but it looked like he played through an injury. For him, it's a keep, you know. It's a keep for our captain. Hopefully this season he can bounce back. Mikel Merino, you know, he came in and he played it as a false 9. I think he does the job better than Kai Havertz, you know. For him, I think it's a bench. You can bench him, bring it off from the bench. He came in, he had 28 appearances, came in as a sub 11 times, and he scored 7 goals, you know. He scored 7 goals, almost telling what Kai Havertz had. I think Kai Havertz had like 9 goals in the Premier League. So you can tell that he's a good guy. So we keep him, and then we move to the next one. Declan Superclad Rice, our general. This is our future captain. He's the only defender who created the most chances in the Premier League. Do we need to debate? It's a keep, people. There's no need to debate. Miles Lewis Kelly, you know the vibe, man. MLS thing, you know. He's been brave on the ball. He know how to use his body. You know how to cover the ball. It's a keep for me. Ethan Waneri is just coming of age, but Arteta need to give him more time. You know, Arteta need to give him more time. We cannot always be depending on Odegaard to come in every time. Let's give him a chance to do something different. So for me, it's a bench. You know, Bukayo Bloodclot Saka. Let's just move on. I don't need anything. It's a keep, no doubt. Gabriel Jesus, you know, he's been getting injured. You know, even before we signed him, we knew he was injured prone. Why we signed him from the beginning, I don't know, but we knew he was injury prone from the start. So for me, I think we need to bench this guy. Gabriel Martinelli. He has had a bad season this season. I don't know what happened to my boy, you know. I've been backing this guy until I literally gave up even for myself, because the performances he had were very, very poor this season. He struggled with the ball control. He struggled with, you know, he can run with the ball, but the end product is not there, you know. Since he had his season high of 15 goals in 2022 to 2023 season, he has not been there, you know. The previous season he had 6, and then this season he had 8 goals, you know. We can just bench him, you know. I think the bench is well enough and fine. And then we go to the next guy. This is probably Trossard. Yes, Trossard as well. It's a bench, you know. Trossard is a bench. He even plays better from the bench. That everyone knows that every time he's coming out from the bench, this is when he plays even much more better. The next guy is Kai Havertz. If you ask me, I sell Kai Havertz, and I'm not even discussing this one. It's not even up for debate. The thing is just who's gonna sign him, you know. But Kai Havertz, we sell. I don't care. I don't even want to discuss it. We need to sell him. Raheem Sterling, he already got his back to Jamaica. I think football left his legs, people. I think football has left his legs. We tried. I was even happy when we signed him as well, but I think like football has left his leg, and it's well and done for this lad, you know. It's well and done, truly well and done for him. I don't see him coming back or bouncing back. Nah, let's see, but I don't see. Anyway, people, that's just about it. This is the squad. The main news coming out is Partey's leaving, and then we still haven't had any signings. Anyway, people, I'm gonna just be keeping you on the loop on what's going on with the team. Hopefully we get some signings.